I'd like to share with you today some things that I've learned about karma yoga, about what karma yoga is and what karma yoga is not. So first of all, karma yoga is often how they get you to clean the toilets at the ashram. And so I don't want you to let the new age attitude of society dictate to you what you understand to be karma yoga. So these are two separate words, first of all. Karma is a word by itself and yoga is a word by itself. Karma means your actions, your activities, the things that you do. It doesn't really mean the result of those actions. That's a different word, often confused as karma. That word, the result or the effect of your actions, is called pulam, P-U-L-A-M, I believe, pulam. But the actual action that you take is karma. So that's one word. And then yoga, we're going to translate as restraint or discipline. So karma yoga is the discipline or restraint of one's actions. Okay? Now, at ashrams, they'll make you feel like karma yoga. They'll tell you that karma yoga is basically doing selfless service. That's what they call it, selfless service. That's not what karma yoga is. But it is how they get you to do all the stuff that needs to be done at the ashram, such as cleaning the toilets and stuff, because they've got you believing that if you just do good deeds, you will burn off your bad karmas, they would say. That you can't really burn off your bad actions. You can only pay off your debt. So let me read to you my little article that I wrote about karma yoga. Don't let New Agers, even in the name of yoga, tell you what karma yoga is. They will have you spinning your wheels in this creation for 1,000 lifetimes, 100,000 lifetimes, being a people pleaser while neglecting your own issues and spiritual work. I'm the biggest bleeding heart in the world, and eventually even I have figured this out. Considering that in the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna is backing the warrior prince Arjuna into a corner, demanding that he kill his corrupt family members instead of trying to love and serve them into cooperation, I think that the Gita is certainly the real standard on karma yoga. This is the Bible of karma yoga, the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna is instructing Arjuna regarding his actions and what he needs to do. And sometimes our actions are, the required actions that we need to take are not things that we necessarily want to do. Krishna tells Arjuna that all material nature is going to remain the same despite Arjuna fulfilling his own personal requirements or dharma and liberating to the abode of Krishna, a higher heavenly world. Important. Karma yoga has been propagated mainstream as selfless community service when actually karma yoga is meant to aid the aspirant, the individual person, in his or her own goals. Ultimately, the yogi or yogini has to be okay with leaving this world as he or she found it and not expect to change nature overall, but to only change his or her existential situation. That's all you can hope for, is to change yourself and get yourself out of here. It's terrible. Years into early adulthood and years into thinking that I could save this world, I found myself still receiving low wages, no benefits, in debt, divorced twice, and a single mom with no eligibility for assistance because I made too much money even though I was just above the poverty line. While my own issues and my own real needs were neglected. I was a social worker during this whole time. I was working for society while I myself was not, making enough money to really make a living. College educated. It began to dawn on me that I am my own responsibility and my own greatest project. Studying the Gita Bhagavad Gita made me realize that on a yogic path where serious attempts at liberation are planned, much of our social interest has to be meticulously regulated, if not sacrificed. This creation has a mind of its own, and so must I if I am to have any chance of transcending it. Karma Yoga is the application of yogic regulation of social obligations and activities, those you are responsible for and those you are not. Karma Yoga is Karma Yoga, the regulation of your actions. Selfless service is selfless service. Let's keep things sorted out, and it helps make sense of these spiritual doctrines. Spiritual doctrines get mixed up a lot. We've got a lot of people out here saying that, oh, all of the religions are basically the same. You can find a similarity between all of them. Not exactly. I've found that they're all quite different and in opposition oftentimes to each other. And this is just one example of one way that we learn something from the society or from the ashram or from the New Age community that is not in accordance with what those words actually mean. So Karma Yoga is not selfless service. Karma Yoga is you regulating your own actions, finding your Dharma. And I did a whole video on what is Dharma. And so it's important to listen to that, because you've got to figure out, this Dharma is how you conduct yourself, is how you actually do act. Dharma is how you clear up and pay off your debt, the results of your karmic actions. So anyway, I'll stop there. If you have any questions about karma or any comments about Karma Yoga, please share with me. Have a good one.